Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2027 BMW X6 xDrive40i. This model's finished off in black sapphire metallic, and with options, MSRP is just over $92,000. So we have a very nicely spec'd model, and you have several different ways and some different engine options that you can get for the X6. So for this xDrive40i, this has the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo. It's also paired with the mild hybrid system, along with the 8-speed automatic. Pumps out 375 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 22 miles per gallon in the city, 26 out on the highway. And depending on the tire spec, top speed can be up to 155 miles an hour. Now this model also has the M Sport Professional package, provides it with matte black for the kidney grille surround. There's a forward camera, active grille shutters, so those will open depending on the cooling needed, and there's also the illumination for that kidney grille as well. Now this has a dark housing for all of the LEDs. You'll notice tons of cutouts to provide additional cooling. There's parking sensors and a sensor for the distance pacing. Now this model also has the optional 22-inch wheels finished off in gloss black. There's the red M Sport brakes and the optional floating center caps. So those will stay upright as the wheel spins, which is a neat design. Now there's also body colored fender flares, the lower side skirt. It's even on the power folding side mirrors where there's a camera and a turn signal, and then gloss black for the window trim and a full moonroof up top. Now with the X6, you get that coupe-like design with that steeply raked rear glass. So unlike the X5 or the X7, you have a little bit different of a design depending on the look that you are going for. Now in back, there's 2 spoilers, one at the lower section, one at the top of the rear glass there. There's also LEDs for the lighting, a backup camera, parking sensors, the dual exhaust system, which can be activated using remote start with the key fob. And then you can use the key fob or the control underneath to gain access to the cargo space. Now with that steeply raked rear glass, you lose a little bit of height, but it's not significant. You still have a lot of interior space. Now under the floor, you do get a lot of storage. You can opt for a spare tire if you would like. So you have plenty of space there. You have this removable cover, so you can either flip it out of the way or completely remove it. And then there's some hooks and a 12-volt, and you can fold the rear seats down, of course, to get more interior space. Now you also have another option. You can use the hands-free control. So just kick your foot swiftly in the middle of the bumper there, and you can open and close it. Now for the LCI here, this does not have proximity door handles in back, but you have several different ways that you can configure this where you don't have to grab the key fob for the vehicle to lock and unlock. Now this is paired with the ivory extended merino leather, which is a nice touch. There's storage in the lower section, ambient lighting, and then some neat wood trim accents. The illumination for the M badge, and then just by grabbing the release next to the headrest, you can fold these seats flat to put in a lot more items. Now this also has an area you can charge and attach tablets. There's storage pockets, vents, all the climate adjustments, you get heated seats, a little bit of storage, and an auxiliary down below. Now there's also the armrest with storage. You get cup holders, and you can also fold this middle seat down if you need to. So it just makes it a little bit more versatile. You have the extra cargo windows there to easily see. And at 5'10", I have about 1.5 inches of headroom. So it's still spacious even with that rear design. Now this has the rear liftgate control, memory seating adjustments. You can use L2 and the driver's seat adjustments to control that passenger seat, which is helpful. You have window controls, side mirror adjustments, Harman Kardon for the audio, and then even more storage down below. The M badge, and then with the multi-contoured seats, you have several ways that you can adjust these to get them dialed in. Now this has a leather trim steering wheel. You'll notice lots of brushed aluminum accents, all of the cruise control settings with your distance pacing, and then volume tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands. Use the button in the middle, and that's how you can go through the digital gauge cluster, where you have quite a lot to scroll through, including augmented reality and some other vitals here. Now you can also adjust the layout, so you have a few different ways to do that. And then you have the head-up display with several adjustments. Mainly it's going to show miles per hour and the speed limit sign, but you can also pull up nothing. You can show your assisted view with the compass, and that is about it. Now this also has a power steering wheel. You get storage on the left side, headlight adjustments, one air vent, leather for the dash, And then with the infotainment system, you have quite a lot to go through. You can use the shortcuts down below as well, so it is not strictly a touchscreen system. There's Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the drive recorder. You can get into different driving settings as well and control all of that information. Pair your phone, of course, go through your seat comfort. There's quite a lot. Now under the home screen, you do have the split view. You can quickly get into the climates, the map and navigation, music, and then the heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. There's also temperature adjustments on both sides. There's vents underneath that, volume tuning, hazards, and defrosters. And then there's wireless charging with storage, cup holders, and auxiliaries. Now you have those shortcuts, like I mentioned, so you can quickly go through these as needed. And then this is how you put it into reverse. So you have several different camera angles that you can gain access to, so that way you can see around the whole vehicle. Now, when you put it into drive and push on some of these, now you have that forward-facing angle in full screen, and you can go through a few more of those settings. There's also S to use the paddle shifters, and then park located behind that. There's traction control, parking sensors, a few different driving modes too. It will change the color, but it will also change the throttle input as well. There's a downhill assist, auto hold, and the e-brake. You get an auxiliary and the armrest, a locking glove box, and then garage door buttons, dome lights, and controls for both the sunroof and sunshade. And then a look at visibility. Even with that steeply raked rear glass, you can easily see over both shoulders. So unlike the X5 and the X6, you still have a good outlook even with the design. And in sport mode second gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, if you would like to see our personal playlist on my X5, I did an upgraded exhaust, I did an intake, I have revved out my personal vehicle, so you can take a look. It's going to be very similar since it has the same engine to this, but definitely a very sporty vehicle, and it gives you all of the luxury aspects as well. So if you're not looking for that competition model, you don't need the extra power, I still think this is a fantastic vehicle to drive. The paddle shifters are very responsive, and this does handle well around some turns. While it's not an M sports car, you can still have some fun with the X6 here. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel. And it's just a great overall SUV. If you need something that's practical for the family, maybe you want to tow. I used my X5 to tow and it did fantastic. And you just want a higher up vehicle, it's definitely something to take a look at. Handles well over bumps like that for its normal suspension. We don't have that height adjustable adaptive suspension for this model, but it's definitely well insulated and a great SUV. So that is going to wrap it up for the 2027 BMW X6 xDrive40i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.